Hey guys, welcome back to Weems Motor Co. Today we're going to talk about my 10 favorite motorcycles that I've ridden over the past year. Stick around. First off, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of our patrons. If you are interested in how to become a part of the Weems Motor Co. family, head down to the description below. All the details there. Get signed up, get some free swag, go check out our Patreon and support us. Now, over the past year, we've had the amazing opportunity to ride some phenomenal motorcycles. And today, I wanted to share with you my top 10 list of my favorite motorcycles that I've ridden over the past year. Now, the motorcycle that I give the number 10 slot is the Harley Davidson Livewire. My good friend Flipna, you can find him at his YouTube channel here, had the awesome opportunity of having a Livewire from Bert's Harley Davidson for a few months this past year. Now, he came over to the house and let me ride this motorcycle. It was an exhilarating experience that I will never forget. The instantaneous throttle response as you twisted the handle just blew me away. Now, it did have the feeling of not being really mechanical. There was no visceral feeling of like a vibrating motor between your legs and feeling just the raw awesomeness of an injection motor or a 4-stroke motor. It just kind of lacked that. So that's why I give it the number 10 slot. Now the number 9 slot goes to the Indian Scout. One day I had the opportunity, hanging out over at the Forgotten Angels property, to ride one of these motorcycles. A good friend, his name is Aaron, and on Instagram he goes by Vices of a Viking, has this amazing Indian Scout, and he did a little bit of custom work, some bars and a new seat, but it was just such a comfortable motorcycle. Very low sitting to the ground, the bars were at the right spot, the seat was incredible, and I really kind of gleaned some of those attributes whenever I built the 2005 Harley Davidson Dyna. I wanted that same comfortable feeling because I knew that I'm going to be putting some miles on that motorcycle, but the number 9 slot goes to the Indian Scout. Now, speaking of the 2005 Harley Davidson Super Glide Custom Dyna that I got, I give that the number 8 slot. Now, I don't give it that slot in its former glory, but the glory since I've rebuilt it and customized it. This motorcycle has somehow sparked a little interest in me to reach out into the Harley Davidson community and maybe find out what you guys who ride Harleys, your culture, the things you do, the things you enjoy. So stick around on our channel. You're going to see a little bit more on the Dyna and maybe do some different things to change up and to reinvent what's already there. Now the number 7 slot goes to the 2020 Harley Davidson Road King Kong. Now this motorcycle is an incredible beast that deserves a name as King Kong. This motorcycle is currently being raffled off in support of Forgotten Angels. You can find information right here at this link. Go purchase your tickets, they're only $25 a piece. Now I had this opportunity to ride this motorcycle with Shade Tree Surgeon and Flipna. And I tell you what, I was a little intimidated at first because it seems like such a big motorcycle with lots of power. It's a 131 stage 3 Legend suspension. And I was just a little intimidated to first ride it. I was like, man, it might be a little too big. But as soon as I got on it, I felt how stable the motorcycle was and so comfortable. And man, when you hit that throttle, you better be holding on because that thing is incredible. So that goes to number 7. Alright, so our number 6 motorcycle is a 2019 Triumph Bonneville. Now, not just any 2019 Triumph Bonneville, this one goes to a specific motorcycle. Yes, I am talking about Flip Nas Bonneville. Had the amazing opportunity to put almost 500 miles on this motorcycle on our camping trip down to Lake Okeechobee. You can see that video down below, but I was so impressed by how smooth, how powerful, and how reliable the new Triumphs are compared to the older Triumphs. So that's our number 6 motorcycle, the 2019 Triumph Bonneville by Flip. Now, it should come as no surprise that our next motorcycle is also going to be a Triumph. The number 5 slot is a 1966 Triumph Bonneville. Now, this motorcycle is an incredible performance machine, and I built it a few years back. Now, this is a nostalgic drag bike that has incredible performance for 1966 engineering. There's so many different performance upgrades on the inside of the motor that it just blow you away. Now, I had that opportunity to do some burnouts and do some dry hops at the Forgotten Angels campout. If you missed some of those videos, it was an incredible time. Go check them out. All right, so we're down to our number 4 motorcycle. And our number 4 motorcycle is another 1966 Triumph Bonneville. But this Triumph Bonneville holds a dear place in my heart. It's what I affectionately call Dad's bike. Now, this motorcycle, I had the opportunity to do the restoration on it a few years back, and it just brings up memories of my father. As I get on the motorcycle and I twist the throttle and ride down the old country roads, it just brings up the memories of the times that I spent with my dad. So that's why I had to give that motorcycle the 1966 Triumph Bonneville Dad's bike, the number 4 spot. All right, guys, here we are. The top 3 motorcycles that I've ridden over the past year. The number 3 spot goes to an amazing motorcycle. Now, I built this motorcycle at the same time I was building another motorcycle. But the thing is the story behind this bike. Now, this bike is the 1952 Triumph Thunderbird that we call the Rainmaker. As I was building this motorcycle, I discovered so many issues. The motorcycle was found on a back porch. It had been sitting over 40 years without the top end of the motor, and it was just horrendous. But I said that I'm gonna build this motorcycle without spending any money, and I did it by using parts I had laying around in my shop, and I did it not only for free, I also did it in 14 days. Now, we have a video, here's the link below, that you can watch all the details about the 1952 Triumph Thunderbird, the Rainmaker, that is on our number 3 motorcycle ridden over the last year list. The number 2 motorcycle is amazing motorcycle. It's a show motorcycle, but it also goes. Now, it might not be the one you're thinking about because we have not done a video riding this motorcycle yet. However, it's coming. The number 2 motorcycle that we've ranked, that we've ridden over the past year, goes to the 1951 Triumph Thunderbird Hollywood Run. Now, this motorcycle was based off of David Mann's very first painting that he painted in 1969. In that painting, this motorcycle is the 3rd motorcycle back. It has big, tall ape hangers, dual headlights, a tall sissy bar with an iron cross at the top. It's what I would call the quintessential 1960s chopper. And it holds a dear place in my heart. She's won a couple of awards, but the greatest part was I had the experience of inviting friends over to help do the final assembly. So that's why I give the 1951 Triumph Thunderbird Hollywood Run our number 2 slot. And here we are, folks, at the top of the list, the #1 ranked motorcycle that I've ridden over the past year. Now, this motorcycle has gotten exposure across the world. It's done so many first places and so many different shows. It's been featured on the cover of magazines, inside magazines, on television, on radio, and podcasts. This motorcycle has gripped the world, and not only that, it has gripped the hearts of kids who have aged out of the foster care system. Yeah, you got it right. The #1 motorcycle is the 1952 Triumph Speed Twin David Mann Replica Doggone Hot Dog. Now, this motorcycle was raffled off this past year in support of Forgotten Angels to help build tiny homes for kids who have aged out of the foster care system. You guys, us, we all have raised over $106,000 to support that by raffling off that motorcycle. Now, what's great about this motorcycle is, yes, it's still in my possession just for a little while. We're going to be taking it to Born Free out in California to do the show out there. We're also going to be going to the Congregation show in North Carolina. And then after that, we're going to be donating that motorcycle to the Barber Motorsports Museum in Birmingham, Alabama. The motorcycle has been called flawless. It's been called perfect. To me, it's been called a part of my heart, a part of my life that helped me get through a lot of struggles in my health. But that's why it gets the #1 ranking of motorcycle that I've ridden over the past year, the 1952 Triumph Speed Twin David Mann Replica Doggone Hot Dog. And there you have it, folks. That's the top 10 list of my favorite motorcycles that I've ridden over the past year. Now, there's many other motorcycles that I've ridden that have to be mentioned, like Shay Lisi's PC800, the 1937 Harley Davidson Flathead built by my buddy Mo. I've ridden Yamaha Volts. I even had the opportunity to ride a 2020 Honda Goldwing Tour. Now, I want to know from you guys what your favorite motorcycle that you've had the opportunity to ride over the past year. Go ahead in the comments below. Tell us about it. What your favorite motorcycle is that you've ever had the chance to ride. I don't care if it's the last year or your whole life. Let us know. I want to see those comments down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, it helps you out, so you can see all this really cool content. Turn those notifications on and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.